All right, here we go. Um, this is a quick how-to on the ancient India geography. However, it will also work for geography of other ancient civilizations because it is the same process. First things first, I'm going to go up to my classwork tab, find the assignment, Ancient India Geography, and there is a YouTube video and a Google Slides. So you click on the Google Slides, it will take you here. I would recommend kind of doing a split screen here. So that way you're able to see the video on one side and then the work page on the other. So you're going to be watching the video and filling these blanks in as you watch. You will probably have to go back and rewatch it to fill in the second layer of blanks or pause it, however that works for you. So I am a little bit into the video, but it's before the labeling. So here we go.
It's roughly a third the size of the U.S. In the north, the Himalayas form the highest mountain range in the world.
So I'm going to pause, come over here, and where it says mountains, I'm going to double click in the box, and I'm going to write Himalayas. All right.
A large fertile plain that covers much of North India. Three mountain ranges surround the Indus River in the northwest. This river starts in the snow-covered Himalayan mountains of North India and winds its way to the Arabian Sea.
Okay, so here I see another label pop up, and it's pointing to these mountains. So this would be, double click so I can write in it, and this would be the Indus River. And then the sea over here is the Arabian Sea. All right, so that's how we get through this part. You might have to back it up a little bit because down here where the text is, it has some other fill in the blanks that can be found. So I'm going to double click here, and it is India, is vast. 7th largest country. In the north, and that is Himalayas, to spell. And so you're going to go through whether you have to rewatch the video or not, and you want to make sure that your map is filled in correctly as well as the labels down below. So after a bit, we're going to be tracking the chicken, which we have done things like that before. So on slide 2 at the top, where it says part 1, that'll be the first track the chicken, part 2, track the chicken, and part 3. Geography shapes our lives. So this, support the claim with evidence via excerpts from the video. That is just like what we were doing today in English class, claim, evidence, and reasoning. So they give us the claim. We are now going to be responsible for finding the evidence in the video to support that. So after having watched this a couple times, we go here, tracking the chicken.
That's right, the chicken.
Oh, so more chicken tracking. Hopefully the buffering of this will allow me to move on. Little side note, selling beef is not allowed in India. It is a sacred animal, and therefore no hamburger at McDonald's. You get Maharaja Mac with lamb burger instead. So moving forward, hopefully. So they're greatly affected and dependent on the Indus River. So here's the Indus River, and they're talking about the Harappan civilization. If you have been keeping up with your textbook reading, that should sound somewhat familiar. So I'm looking for 4 things that say that they settled that they were dependent on the river. So let's see what the video says.
Farmers grew wheat, barley, peas, and lentils. This area also receives rain during the monsoon season.
So things that would be, like in a lot of other places, fertile soil, or they grew crops. So some evidence there. And finally, and who lived in ancient India? We have 3 different groups. The first one is over here on the screen right now, which is the Harappan civilization. And so I would say Harappan. And then I need to provide one fact about the Harappan civilization. And you'll hear plenty of them on the video.
While many people associate this season as a time of intense rain, it is actually a time when the winds change. During India's monsoon,
So who lived there?
since its discovery in 1922,
Uh-oh.
flourished from about 20.
All right, we're back. YouTube has stopped pausing in the middle. So Indus Valley Civilization, which is the Harappan civilization,
Civilizations grew bigger and smaller, much like an accordion.
but you'll still have to add a fact about them. Next would be the Indo-Aryan civilization.
Indus River Valley, and expected
And you can watch the video to find a fact about them. And then finally, we have the Mauryan, Mauryan. And so then you'll also need to have a fact about that. Once you are done and you have all 3 of those things and all of the facts and figures that you need, you can turn it in. You may or may not have noticed, I added a note that the due date has changed to accommodate those without power or internet during the storm. So this is now due Monday, February the 1st. So you have some time if you have technology issues. If you wanted to print out the page and write it by hand, I am totally fine with that. So if you have any questions, please let me know on a private comment on this assignment or through email.